Okay, talking a little bit about this sign up here, IBJJF rules at all time. What does that mean? That means that at white belt, blue belt, purple belt, straight ankle locks only. Over the past week, I've seen white belts going for knee bars, blue belts thinking about heel hooks, purple belts thinking about toe holds. No, we're not doing any of that. Why do we follow these rules? Not only is it the best way to get you ready for a competition, to train the competition rules, it's also the safest way to train. We have a process here where eventually you will learn all these advanced locks at the right and appropriate time. So moving over here, we are looking at the technique of the week, which is straight ankle locks. I'm going to do a recap of what we've been doing. One of the things I was talking about is not telegraphing your foot lock. Don't start with this grip, start with this grip. That way I am still concentrating on passing. If a passing is available, I'll take it. If it's not, then a foot lock is always an option. When I do want to do the foot lock, I'm stepping in, coming down. From here, I've already got my right hand under. I don't want to sit here and try and fight under. I want to have it under. So I move from being attached to being under. We've been looking at 5 different locks, where the first one is this old school style figure 4 lock. It's good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a little, I think it's a little antiquated and it's not as tight as some of the others, but it is a good place to start. The next one, I talk about guillotining the foot. I'm turning my thumb up and bringing it up and closing down this space. I think if you think of a foot lock like a choke, where you want to shut down all the space, that's a good way to consider it. So I'm turning my thumb up, sliding it back, now at the end of the lever, and it is very tight. The next one, if that's a guillotine style, this one is like a dart throw. Punch that through, feed the gi for the same one. Okay, that's also very tight. The no-gi version of that same one is my right finger's going here up to the shoulder. I can rotate out. That's also legit. And this one is an steamer lock, which is legal for white and blue and purple and above. The reason it's sometimes a little bit dodgy is if he starts rotating that way, it can become a rotational. So I would ask you, if someone's rotating, let go and move back into guard passing mode. This is exactly the same mentality as if I'm doing a straight ankle lock and he rolls in, then I'm going to let go and play on. Also, whether you're rolling in or not, no reaping. It's important to recognise that I'm putting their knee in danger by reaping or rolling in. You can roll out all day long. If you're rolling in, you're going to get in trouble. The other thing to consider is most injuries don't actually happen with this person doing the lock. It's usually this person because they decide to jump some crazy way or do something that injures or damages or threatens their own knee. So what's important from that point of view is to tap early and move slow. That's been our mantra all week. Tap early and move slow. You can move slow and tap early. I don't mind which order you do it. But in doing that, you're not doing the opposite, which is failing to tap and moving crazy, jumping around. So please, as we look at these locks and we transition, it's important to do that. If Luke is attacking my foot lock here, so when it comes to defending against the foot locks, it's important to take away what he needs. He needs to sit back to get this submission. So I want to get attached so that he can't sit back. And I'm buying myself just a little bit of time here. As I peel this off, I want to come over and stick this foot in deeper. Why? Because if it's on the end of the lever, he's still got a bit of purchase. But if I stick it in deeper, then it's on the back of my calf muscle, it's uncomfortable, but it's not a submission. Most importantly is that leg over. This is critical. If he blocks that leg, there's counters he can do. So if I get this leg over, I'm in a better position, and a good grappler will bail on the foot lock and recover. So this is a legitimate escape. Swap position. So from here, we've also been drilling the counter to that escape where I've got a standard ankle lock. He starts coming over. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to roll out to the side where my elbow is on the mat, my shoulder is on the mat, my head is on the mat, and I bring this foot over to this position. Can I take it all the way over? Yes, I can, but I'd really like to get in the habit of blocking this off. From here, I can push my hips in and get the submission. If I let go of that leg, you can see I've got a lot of range here to really crank this foot lock on, and it makes escape hard from this position. Let's just look at that again. There is a lot of different combination I can have my foot here, this is fine. I can have it over all the way and come off the side, I can have this foot back. All these different combinations are good and okay, but I'm sticking with this one because it's a bit of a standard variation. White belt, I teach like this, toes in. After white belt, I do you use the heel because I'm confident that you can track it drifting and reposition as needed. So with this technique, as he comes across over one, I want to roll out to the side, making sure I get that knee all the way down, and from here, there we go. Lastly, there is also one more legal foot lock if you've got my back. From here, if someone crosses their legs, this is very unfortunate. Not only does it mean that you'll tap out, yeah, you're gonna tap out, there we go. Not only does it mean you tap out, but it also means if you get caught in this position, I'm very embarrassed as a coach. I feel I've failed as a coach, and that's the end of our relationship. I will be expelling you out of the academy. So please, if you've got the back, in all seriousness, do not cross your feet. It can happen to you once. It happened to me once. It's happened to Luke many times. But for most normal people, it should only happen once, and then you learn. Okay? Time.